Yeah. Chapter 6, Sequence and Series, AP and GP. Okay. AP and GP, how many of you are learning this chapter for the first time? Anyone is there learning for the first time? Okay, fine. Now, chapter 6, the weightage of this chapter is how much? We can expect up to 5 marks. Maximum of 5 marks can be there from this chapter. Because chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8 together will give you around 20 marks. All these chapters together. So, sometimes they can ask even 7 or 6 marks from this. Can anyone question them? No. No one can do that. Now here, first of all, we should know what is an arithmetic sequence. What do you mean by an arithmetic sequence? Whenever we are writing numbers in an ordered list, for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc., that is a sequence. If I am adding everything and I am writing it, then it is called as what? It is called as a arithmetic series. Then similarly for geometric sequence and geometric series, what happens in geometric sequence? There will be a common ratio. Yes, you guys are late. What happened? Please. Yeah. So whenever you know, right, when you guys come late, any one of you, I'm not telling these people, whoever come late, if I ask why are you late, everyone will just turn around and give a look. Then I will say that fine. I'm actually expecting an answer. Oh, because of this. But you will be like, you're smiling at me. What can I do back? I can only smile. Okay. Everywhere it's like that. Is it because I'm not keeping you guys outside? Fine. Had lunch, right? Fine. We can start. Okay. Fine. First one. What do you mean by arithmetic progression? What is the basic meaning of an arithmetic progression? There will be a common difference between consecutive numbers. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. What is the common difference between them? 2. 4 minus 2 is how much? 2. 6 minus 4 is how much? 2. 8 minus 6 is how much? 2. That means a common difference is there. Coming to the geometric progression part, 2 is the first number, then 4 is the next number is 8, next number is 16, etc. What is happening in a geometric progression? How will you identify the series is in a geometric progression? If there is a common ratio, that means second term divided by first term, comma, second term divided by third term divided by second term. Then what is the case? 16 divided by 8. How much is everything? Everything is equal to 2. That means geometric progression means there will be a common ratio. Then arithmetic progression means there will be a common difference. Now, the first thing is we need to find the nth term of the series 3, 7, 13, 21, 31. Is it in AP? Is it in AP? Hey, is it in AP? No. Why not? Because is there any common difference? No, the common difference over here is 4. Here it is 6. Here it is how much now? Here it is 10. That means it is not in AP. Is it in GP then? No, it is not in GP. It is a normal series. They have given it as a series itself. Now people, you should tell me what is the nth term of the series. How will you find this one? We can use option hitting. Okay. I will tell you how to use option hitting. For example, they are telling the nth term is dash is the question. Let us assume that 4n minus 1 is the nth term. That means if I put n is equal to 1, that means I am getting the first term. Put n is equal to 1. That is how much? 4 into 1 minus 1 is equal to how much? 3. Is that the first term? Now put n is equal to 2. 4 into 2 minus 1, which is equal to how much? 8 minus 1, that is equal to 7. Is that the second term? Yes. Now you put 3. 4 into 3 minus 1, which is equal to how much? 11. Is that the third term? No. That means option A is wrong. Are you getting the logic? So, what I have as a suggestion for you is always use the option with the third term. Now, take second formula, n square plus 2n. Second option. Put n is equal to 3. That means 3 square plus 2 into 3, which is equal to how much? 9 plus 6, which is equal to 15. Is that our term? No. That means option A and option B are wrong. Try putting option C. That means 3 square n square plus n plus 1. Put n is equal to 3. 3 square plus 3 plus 1, which is equal to how much? 13. Is that our nth term? Yes, that means option C is your answer. Got the logic for this type of question. A similar question was there in your May attempt. A similar question was there. Now, nth term of an AP. What do you mean by nth term of an AP? The last term or whatever term we want to find. For example, when I say the nth term of an AP, there is a formula. That is nothing but first term plus n minus 1 into common difference. What do you mean by common difference? Second term by minus first term, or third term minus second term, or fourth term minus third term. Now people, what is this A? A is called as the first term. When I say A2, what is the formula then? A plus 2 minus 1 into D. That is how much? A plus D. When I say third term, you will say back what? A plus 2D. When I say fourth term, what will you say back? A plus 3D. When I say fifth term, you will say what back? A plus 4D. When I say 8000, what will you say back? A plus 999D. So that is one basic equation which you can use to solve a lot of questions. Find the 10th term of the AP, where the first term is 2 and common difference is 5. So 10th term is how much? A10 is equal to A plus 9D, which is equal to 2 plus 9 into 5, which is equal to how much? 47. That's all. Understood the method? Now, the first question. Have a look at it. In an AP, Tn represent or An represent the nth term. T is 7 divided by T10. That means A7. Can I write it as A7 itself? Is it okay for you? If not, I am completely fine. Yes, A7 divided by A10 is equal to what? 5 by 7. When I say A7, what will you tell me back? A plus. When I say A10, what will you say back? A plus 9D, which is equal to 5 by 7. Now people, can you cross multiply this? How will you cross multiply? 7 into A plus 6D is equal to 5 into A plus 9D. From that, how much you will get? 7A plus 42D is equal to 5A plus how much D? 45D. From that, 2A is equal to 42 goes to the other side, it will become 3D. That means A is equal to 3D by 2. Okay, now we are going to find the answer. What is T8 divided by T11? That is nothing but A8 divided by A11. When I say A11, what will you tell back? A plus 7D. When I say A11, what will you say back? A plus 10D. Now people, instead of A, what are you going to put? 3D by 2. That means instead of A, you are putting 3D by 2 plus 7D divided by 3D by 2 plus 10D. If you take D common outside, what will happen to D? D is common everywhere, right? It will get cancelled off. What is remaining? 1.5 plus 7 divided by 1.5 plus 10. That is nothing but 8.5 divided by 11.5. Which option is giving you the answer? Yes, 17 divided by 23, which is equal to 17 divided by 23. If you don't know how to find that, what will you do? Take the calculator, type 8.5 divided by 11.5. How much will you get? Why are you late? Hey, why are you late? Okay. Other one, why are you late? People, you got the answer? Understood the method? There was one time they asked a similar question also. That means 2 times it was there in the previous year. Why are you late? See. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Next one. The fourth term of an AP is 3 times. Don't talk. Don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. Fourth term of an AP is 3 times the first term. What do you mean by that? A4 is equal to 3 times A. First term, correct term? Then what is given term? Seventh term. A7 exceeds twice the third term. Third term means, twice the third term means 2 into A3 by how much? 1. So whatever is written, read and write directly. But one more thing, people. A4 means what? When I say A4, you will say A plus 3D is equal to 3A. Then take this A to the other side. 3D is equal to 3A minus A is how much? 2A. Now people, I am going to ask you one question. Do you even need this? No. Directly option hit and get me the answer. Whichever option is satisfied, that's your answer. Yes. Check option A. That means put A is equal to 3. Option hit. Put A is equal to 3 and D is equal to 2. That means 3 into 2 is how much? 6. Which is equal to 2 into 3 is how much? 6. That means LHS is equal to RHS. That means which option is the right answer? Option A is the right answer. Did you get the point? Yes. Now people, look here. The 20th term of an AP whose 6th term is 38. What do you mean by that? A6 is equal to 38, sorry. Then A10 is equal to how much? 66. Now we need to find what the 20th term. Okay people, what method are you going to follow? A plus 5D is how much? 38. A plus 9D is how much? 66. Using this, you should do something and get me the answer. What do you need to find at the end of the day? A plus 19D you need to find. Get me the answer. Please. 2 equations are there. You can use those equations. You can somehow find me the answer. Yes. $136 or 136. So what you can do is this, let it be equation 2, let it be equation 1. 2 minus 1 is how much? 4D is equal to how much? 4D is equal to how much? 28. From that, the 66 minus 38 is how much? 28. Then D is equal to how much? 7. You have D is equal to 7. People, take your calculator. Okay, clear everything? Not memory is not required to be cleared. Whatever is on there, please clear it. Type. Which is the 10th term? 66 is the 10th term. Plus 7. That means 11th term. Plus 7. That is 12th term. Plus 7. That is how much? 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. How much you got? 136. So you can just use calculator if you know the common difference. If the common difference is given, you can always find the whatever may be the number of term they are telling, you can just use calculator after finding the common difference. Did you understand the method? No, once again. What if the common difference is not given? We are finding the common difference. Then A10 is how much? 10th term is how much? 66. 10th term plus common difference is what? 11th term, right? Am I correct? 10th term plus common difference is 11th term. Then if I add one more common difference, that is 7 again, it is the 12th term. If I add 7 again, 13. Add 7 again, 14. Add 7 again, 15. Accordingly, you can just use calculator and get the answer. How much is the answer? 136. That is a good easy method because you don't need to find the value of A. You will not lose time. Okay. Yes. See this question. Find the 17th term of an AP if 15th and 21st term are 30.5 and 39.5. A15 is how much? 30.5. That means A plus 14D is equal to 30.5. Then A plus 20D is how much as per the question? 39.5. Take the difference between them. That means 6D, equation 2, equation 1. Equation 2 minus 1 is 20 minus 14 is how much? 6D is equal to 39.5 minus 30.5 is how much? The 9. From that, D is equal to how much? You tell me. 1.5. People, you have the 15th term. 15th term is how much? 30.5. Then, with that you add 1.5. How much you are getting? That is 32. 32 is the 16th term. Yes, 16th term. Then we need to find the 17th term by adding one more 1.5. How much is the answer? 33.5. Option A is your answer. Use calculator to get the answer. Okay. Everyone understood this method? Yes. If not, what you will do? You will find the value of A. Then you will use A plus what did A plus 16D you will apply. Use calculator again and get the answer. Either way, not much difference, but still. Another method I can flex off. Another method. Yeah, yes. Next question. Get me the answer for this. How many numbers between 74 and 25,556 is divisible by 5? People, how many numbers are there in between 74 and 25,556? So first number divisible by 5 will be what? 75. Then 80. Then etc. 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 25,555. Now people, nth term is what? 25,555. Then first term is what? 75. Then common difference is how much? The 5. Which formula are we going to use? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. An is how much? 25,555. Minus A is coming to this side. That means which is equal to what? The 5. Which is equal to n minus 1. We need to find that value n minus 1 into D is how much? Into 5. Get me the answer. Just use calculator. Find n minus 1. How much now? So while calculating n minus 1, you will get it like this. 25,550 divided by what? The 5, which is equal to n minus 1. From that you will find n. N is equal to how much? The 5097. Yes. Which one? The? Okay. 75. Sorry. Yes. So just use calculator from this step. 25,555 minus 75 divided by 5 plus 1. That is the calculator method. Yes. 25,555 minus 75 divided by 5. Then what? The plus 1. Then you are getting n. How much is n? 5097. Yes. Any doubt? Yes. So this is a theorem which you would have studied if you had studied APGP in your school. Have you studied APGP in school? Okay. If pth term of an AP is Q and qth term of AP is R. Sorry. Okay. One second. If the pth term of an AP is Q and qth term is P, then the rth term is how much? The P plus Q minus R. Okay. This is a theorem which you had studied long back, and I am telling you it was repeated 2 times in the previous year. The same theorem they have asked, expecting you to know the answer. If you don't know, how will you do? You will put AP is equal to A plus P minus 1 into D. AQ is equal to what? A plus Q minus 1 into D. Then you will substitute the value of what? The P over here, Q over here. Then it will take a lot of time to get the answer. So remember this. If pth term is Q and qth term is P, then rth term is what? The P plus Q minus R. Get me the answer. A comma B comma C are in AP. Then value of A minus B plus C is how much? What is the easiest method? Assume A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3. How can I assume that? Because they are telling A comma B comma C are in AP. Then I am telling 1, 2, 3 are in AP. Is that correct? Yes. That means A minus B plus C can be written as what? The 1 minus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 2. That means 2 is what? The B, which is equal to B. So answer is what? Option C. Don't need to put too much effort into solving questions like this. Whenever they are saying that A comma B comma C are in AP, assume some values. Whenever if they are saying that A comma B comma C are in GP, assume some values and go about it. Certain questions we can't do, that also I'll show you. Okay. Now previous question, which one was that? Da? It is a theorem. Da. Direct theorem. We need to go. Pth term of an AP is Q. Qth term of an AP is P. Then Rth term is what? P plus Q minus R. Direct answer. Okay, it is a theorem. Next one is, get me the answer. The value of K for which the terms 7K plus 3, 4K minus 5, 2K plus 10 are in AP. What do you know about AP? What is the first thing you know about AP? Their common difference are equal. That means if this is the first term, if this is the second term, if this is the third term, can I say that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2? Yes. Yes. What did I say? If terms are in AP, that means second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term is equal to fourth term minus third term. Why? Common differences are equal. Now, which is the second? Yes. Now it's fine. Huh? Okay, fine. Why am I making mistake? I think it's the biryani. Don't eat food before teaching. Yes. A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 is how much now? 4K minus 5 minus of 7K plus 3, which is equal to A3 is how much now? 2K plus 10 minus of 4K minus 5. You can just open the bracket and solve for K. You will get the answer. How much is the answer now? So 4K minus 5 minus of 7K is how much? Minus 7K. Minus of 3 is how much? Minus 3, which is equal to 2K plus 10 minus 4K plus 5. How much is the answer? Minus 23. Yes. So which will give you how much? K. My plus 4K and minus 7K will become what? Minus 3K. Then minus 5 and plus 5, minus 3 will become minus 8, which is equal to my plus 2K and minus 4K will become what? Minus 2K. Minus 2K plus 15. From that, if you take minus 2K to the other side, it will become plus 2K. Minus 3 plus 2 will become minus K. Minus 8 goes to the other side, it will become plus. That means 23. So minus K is equal to 23. That means K is equal to minus 23. Option D is your answer. Now we are going to the next formula, sum of n terms of an AP. Now people, we have a simple formula for sum of n terms, that is nothing but n by 2 into a plus an. Sometimes we will not know the last term. In such cases, what you will do? We will change the formula into n by 2 into, instead of an, we will put the formula a plus n minus 1 into d. That will become 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So these formulas are important for you. Okay. Now the first question. An arithmetic progression has 13 terms and the sum is 143. The third term is 5. So that the first term is how much? How to find this? Arithmetic progression has how many terms? The n value is how much? 13. Whose sum is 143? That means S13 is equal to what? 143. What is the formula for S13? N by 2. That is 13 by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1. That means what? N minus 1 means 13 minus 1. That is how much? 12 into d, which is equal to how much? 143. Let it be there. The third term is 5. What do you mean by third term is 5? A plus 2D is equal to 5. We have this much of correct? Yes. What are we going to do next? Yes, someone told. Yes, tell me. You can take 2 common. Yes, we can do that. Then anything else? Or you can put A is equal to 5 minus 2D. Substitute what? Huh? Cross multiplier. Okay. So one more thing I can do. I'll make it little more convenient for you. 13 and 143 will get cancelled. How much? 11. Correct? That means 2. If I am opening the bracket with 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 2A is how much? A. Plus 1 by 2 into 12 is how much? 6. D is equal to 11. So we have A plus 2D is equal to 5. A plus 6D is equal to what? 11. Can you tell me, people, what is happening with respect to that? Whichever method, if you want to follow elimination or substitution, you can just do that. If this is equation 1 and if this is equation 2, equation 1 minus equation 2 is how much? 6D minus 2D is how much? 4D, which is equal to 11 minus 5 is how much? 6. That means D is equal to how much? 6 by 4, that is 1.5. So we have the D value. We need to find the first term. We already have the third term. That is 5. Third term is how much? 5. Then second term will be how much? Minus 1.5. What will be the third term? Sorry, first term then. Again minus 1.5. How much is the answer you are getting? The 2. Yes. Got the logic? How are you getting? You got A plus, D value is 1.5. That means we already have third term is equal to 5. Then second term will be what? That is nothing but third term minus common difference, which is how much? 5 minus 1.5. That is, we are getting it as how much? How much we are getting it as? 3.5. Then A1 will be then what? A2 minus common difference. That is nothing but 3.5 minus 1.5, which is equal to 2. And my question, do you need to do these many steps? No, just use calculator. Yes. Solve this for me. The sum of all 2-digit odd number. 2-digit odd number. Who is the first 2-digit odd number? 11. Then 13. Etc. 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 Till what? 99. So A value is there. An value is there. D value is there. D value is how much? 2. Because odd number means common difference will be what? 2. Now we need to find what? Sn. Sn is nothing but what? N by 2 into A plus An. Because we have A and we have An value. But do you have N value? Can you find N value? How will you find N value? N value is very easy to find. Yes. How to find that? A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to what? An, that is 99. A is how much? 11 plus N minus 1 into 2 is equal to 99. From that, N minus 1 into 2 is equal to 88. N minus 1 is equal to how much? 44. N is equal to 45. Just substitute here. 45 by 2 into A plus An. That is 11 plus 99. How much is your answer, people? 2475. Okay. So these are the major type of question which you can see from this particular topics. Major type in the sense they will ask directly like this. You can expect all the attempt one or the other question will be there. Whatever we have done till now, all the attempt one or the other will be there. You can expect one for the coming attempt also. I hope that you understood the complete method of this. Now, next type of question. Before that, let me check. Find the value of x for the following data. What are they telling? This one I will just use calculator. Okay, I'll not write anything. I'll show you how to use calculator also to find the answer. How will you find? What are they telling? The sum of 1, 7, 13. That means sum of terms in an AP is what? 225, and they are asking us to find the value of an. Take your calculator, everyone. Take your calculator. Clear everything and type 1 plus 7 plus 13 plus 19 plus. What is the next number? Common difference is how much? 6. That means after 19, which one will be the next number? 25 plus 31 plus 37 plus 43 plus. Then what is the next number? 45 plus. Did we make any mistake? 49, sorry, 49. That means how much? That is 221. So the answer is how much? 225. So the answer is how much? Option C, 49. Did you get the point? Take your calculator, type 1. 1 plus 7 plus 13 plus 19 plus, next number is how much? 25 plus 31. Next number is how much? 37. Next number is how much? 43. Next number is how much? 49. When you add 49, you are getting the answer. Everyone is getting up. Yes, that means which is that x value. X value is nothing but 49. Yes. It is too big means what? We will take this 225 is equal to Sn. Okay, first term is how much? A is equal to 1. Common difference is how much? 6. Then we will do the same method whatever we had followed over here. Got the logic? Yes. Now, I'm randomly telling you guys that Sn is equal to n cube plus n. Then you tell me what is the first term? A1. Can I tell that? What is the Sn? The Sn means sum of n terms. If there is only one term, what is the sum of n terms? That means that term itself is the sum. So can I say that A1 is equal to S1? A1 is equal to what? S1, which is equal to, instead of n we will put what? 1. 1 cube plus 1 is how much? That is nothing but 2. That is A1. Now find me A2. How will you find A2? So for that we will find S2. S2 is how much? 2 cube plus n, which is equal to how much? Sorry, 2 cube plus 2. How much is it? That is 8 plus 2, which is equal to 10. That means S2 is 10. So in order to find A2, we will do one thing. S2 minus S1, which is equal to how much? 10 minus 2 is how much? 8. Then how will you find A3? Randomly they are asking you to find A3. It is very simple. S3 minus S2. If they are asking you to find S100, how will you find A100? 100th term if they are asking. S100 minus S99. That means sum of 100 terms minus sum of 99 terms will give you the 100th term. That extra term you will get. Got the point, everyone? Now look at this question for me. If the sum of n terms of an AP is 6n square plus 6n, then the fourth term is how much is the question? How will you find the fourth term? A4 is equal to S4 minus S3. Substitute over here. S4 means 6 into 4 square plus 6 into 4 minus of what? 6 into 3 square plus 6 into 3. Get me the answer. Use calculator. Okay. Everyone got the answer? 120. So 6 into 4 square. How will you use calculator? Tell me. How will you use calculator? First you will find 4 into equal to multiply it with 6 m plus, then 6 into 4 how much? M plus, then 3 into equal to multiply it with 6, then you will click what? M minus, because the sign will change. That means minus will come into the picture. Then 6 into 3 M minus, finally MRC. How much is the answer? 40. 48. Okay, option C, 48. Understood the logic? Yeah, I can do that. This one you understood? No, you didn't understand at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the sum of these terms? S4 is how much? We can randomly say that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How much is it? 7, then 2, 10 is the case. Correct? That is S4 is 10. I need to find the fourth term. We know that fourth term is 4. Okay. So in order to find the fourth term, A4, I can use a method called as sum of 4 terms minus sum of 3 terms. Sum of 4 terms we already got. That is how much? 10. Sum of 3 terms you tell that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 is how much? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is how much? 6. That means 10 minus 4, 10 minus 6 is how much? 4. So that means it is 4. Similarly, sometimes they will give it in question like Sn is equal to n cube plus n or n square plus n. Then in order to find the what term you want to find? Randomly you tell me one term. A7. That means S7 minus S6. Instead of this S7, you need to substitute 7 instead of n over here. In order to find S6, you need to put 6 over here instead of n. That means 7 square plus 7 minus of. Instead of n, you are going to put 6 square plus 6. So now use calculator, get me the answer. 49 plus 7 is how much now? 56. 56 minus 36 plus 6 is how much now? 42. How much is your answer? 14 is your answer. Got the logic? Yes. Usually I don't prefer explaining the doubt with the same question, because if you have a doubt with the same question, sometimes again the same doubt will pop up. Now you understood, right? Now solve this, sir. Oh, okay. She just shut me up. Oh, understood. Yes. Now, this is another theorem which you should know. There are two type of theorem question from AP. First one was if pth term was q and qth term was p, then rth term was p plus q minus r. If Sn is equal to n square p, Sm is equal to m square p, then Sp is equal to what? P cube. Okay? P cube. Keep a note of it. If Sn is equal to n square p, Sm is equal to m square p, then Sp, sum of p terms will be equal to P cube. Previous year repeated question. Keep a note of it. That's all. P cube. P raised to 3. Okay. Yes. Not P cube. Make a note of it. If the middle term, write it with me. If the middle term is given, middle term of an AP is given and the number of terms of an AP is given, you can always find the sum of n terms of an AP. That is nothing but middle term into total number of terms. Keep a note of it. What is Sn? If the middle term is given and the total number of terms are given, if you take the product of middle term and the total number of terms, you will get the sum of AP. For example, 1, 2, 3. What is the total sum of the term here? Sum is how much? 6. Correct? We know that it is 6. Middle term is how much? 2. How many terms are there? 3. That is also 6, right? Yes. So that logic can be used in certain questions. Have a look at. 8th term of an AP is 15. The sum of it 15 term is how much? People, if 15 terms are there, who is the middle term? 8. So answer is what? 15 into 15. That means middle term into number of term is equal to Sn, which is equal to middle term is how much? 15 into total number of term is how much? Answer is how much? 225. Option C is your answer. Yes. Yes, Hajra. Solve this. Insert two arithmetic means between 68 and 260. How will you do this, You will check option hit and check whether the common difference is there or not. If common difference is there, they are correct. Otherwise, your answer is wrong. Take first option. 68. Then we are putting two numbers in between, right? If you are putting the two numbers 132 and 196, is it possible da? 1 second. 260 is the fourth term. Tell me, common difference is how much? 64. Common difference is how much? 64. Common difference is how much? 64. That means option A is your right answer. Okay? Yes. Divide 69 into 3 parts which are in AP such that product of the first two parts is equal to 460. Easiest method is option hitting. You need to check whether the sum is equal to 69 and also you need to check the product of the first two parts is equal to 460. Add everything the 20 plus 23 plus 26 is equal to how much? That is equal to 69. Why are we getting 69? We are dividing 69 into how many parts? 3 parts. Then, are they in AP? Yes, common difference is 3. Then, 20 into 23 is how much? 460. That means our assumption is correct. Option A is the right answer. Then, if a sum of 3 arithmetic means between A and 22 is 42, then A is equal to how much is the question? Yes, tell me now. 40 now. We'll check. Yes. So what are the terms? The A is there, then another term is there, then another term is there, then another term is there, then who is there? 22 is there. Correct? First term is who? A. Second term will be who? A plus D. Third term, A plus. Fourth term, A plus 3D. Then fifth term will be what? A plus 4D. So that we know one thing, A plus 4D is equal to how much? The 22. That is one thing we know. Then another concept is given in the question. Sum of the 3 arithmetic means in between. Means between A and 22. That means A plus D plus A plus 2D plus A plus 3D is equal to how much as per the question? 42. From that we know 3A plus, how many D's are there now? 2, 3, 6. D is equal to 42. Take 3 common. If 3 common and cancel, you will get the answer. You can eliminate and give me the answer, please. If you take 3 common, what will happen? Every term is divided by 3 means A plus 2D is equal to what? Divided by 3 means it will be 14. A plus 2D is equal to 14. A plus 4D is equal to 22. You need to find the value of A. You can eliminate and you can find the value of A very easily. Yes, please. So here people, you tell me. 22 is A plus 4D. 14 is A plus 2D. That means from that you will get 2D is equal to 22 minus 14 is how much? 8. D is equal to how much? 4. D is 4. Then how will you find A? Substitute somewhere over there. A plus 8 is equal to 14. That means A is equal to 6. Okay. Yes. Now the next topic. It is called as GP. How many of you have studied GP before? Everyone studied, I know. Yes. Yes. No. Not at all. Okay, first time. Fine. Geometry progression. What was the speciality of arithmetic progression? What was the speciality of AP? The common difference was there. That means A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2 is equal to A4 minus A3. Now, in geometry progression, what is going to happen? Common ratio will be there. How will you determine common ratio? Second term divided by first term is equal to third term divided by second term is equal to etc. goes on forever. Now, in general, nth term of a GP is AR raised to n minus 1. make a note of it. Nth term of a GP is what? The AR raised to n minus 1. Not necessary to remember this, but keep a note of it. How do you know that? AR raised to n minus 1. We'll check. Okay. Now, R is what? R is the second term. That is the common ratio. That is second term divided by first term, which is equal to third term divided by second term, etc., etc., etc. goes on forever. Now, people, we need to know the sum of n terms of a GP. When R value is greater than 1, we have one formula. When R value is less than 1, we have another formula. When R value is greater than 1, the formula is A into R raised to n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. When R value is less than 1, we have another formula, A into 1 minus R raised to n divided by 1 minus R. These are the two formulas of Sn, and usually we will go with this formula because questions will be with respect to that. Yes. Now, get me the answer. Find the number of terms of the series. First term is what? The first term is 25. Then common ratio is how much? Common ratio, how will you determine? Second term divided by first term. 5 divided by 25 is equal to, I can write it as 1 by 5. Or you can write it in decimal point also. That is also fine. R is also there. Now, people, how are you going to calculate? Nth term is also given. An is how much? 1 by 3125. So, what is the general formula? An is equal to AR raised to n minus 1, which is equal to 1 by 3125 is equal to 25 into 1 by 5 the whole raised to n minus 1. Get me the answer. After solving this way, I'll tell you the easy method. Okay. Seven, huh? Okay, we will check. That means one person is telling it is 7. Find the LHS value, da? Okay, yes. N minus 1 is there in the power, not n. N minus 1 is there. If you put 8 over there, it will be 8 minus 1, 7. Now try to find me the answer which is giving LHS is equal to RHS. When you put n is equal to 8, we will see. Now take your calculator, everyone. Find me the last term first. 1 divided by 3125 is how much? 1 divided by 3125 is equal to what? 0.0032. One more 0 is there, right? 032. People, what is the first term? Type the first term on your calculator. 25. Correct? Divide by. What is the common ratio? 5, right? So divide by 5. Then click equal to. How much you are getting? 5. Again click equal to. How much you are getting? Again click equal to. 0.2. Again click equal to. Again click equal to. Again click equal to. Again click equal to. How much you are getting? How many times you clicked equal to? Yes. So answer is how much? 0.00032 you are getting on your calculator, right? Everyone got that? No, So take your calculator. Yes, please take your calculator. Type 25. Divide by 5. Click equal to. Again 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 click equal to. You got the answer 0.00032. Yes. Understood? Yes, the method you understood? Yes, that's how you can easily find the answer. And I'm telling you, all the question in the previous year based on GP was very, the numbers were very small because it is getting multiplied. Multiplication means obviously they can't ask in lakhs and crores and all. It will be smaller numbers and it will be easy to find. Okay. Because common ratio is 5. Second term divided by first term is how much? 1 by 5. So we are multiplying it, right? Into 1 by 5. Instead of that, I took divide by 5. That's all. Solve this for me. Fifth term of a GP is 27. Eighth term is 729. Then the 11th term is how much da? A5 is 27. A8 is 729. A5 means AR raised to n minus 1 is how much da? 4, which is equal to 27. A8 means AR raised to 7, which is equal to 729. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. Equation 2 divided by equation 1 is how much da? R raised to 7. R raised to 7 divided by R raised to 4 is equal to 729 divided by 27. So R cube is equal to how much? 27. R is equal to how much da? 3. Because cube root of 27 is how much? 3. We have the value of R. Common ratio is 3. We have the 8th term. Correct? 8th term is 729. If I multiply once with 3, I am getting the 9th term. If I again multiply it with 3, I am getting the 10th term. If I am again multiplying with 3, I am getting the 11th term. So how much is the answer you are getting? The 19,000 6, 8. Understood the logic? Yes. It is better. You have calculator. Remember that. Never forget that inside the exam hall. Yes. Yeah, please. So you understood how to find R? No. Fine. So here A5 is given as 27. A8 is given as how much? 729. It is based on what? GP. A5 means AR raised to 4. That is 27. AR raised to 7 is how much? 729. Then second term divided by first term is how much da? That is R cube is equal to 27. From that I found the value of R. Then you can just multiply and get the value of 11th term. What if they are asking for 12th term? Again multiply with 3. Now, next one. Yes. Product of n terms of a GP is nothing but middle term of the GP raised to number of terms. What is product of n terms of a GP? The middle term raised to total number of terms. Here in this question, in a GP, the fourth term is 3 and the product of first 7 term is how much? 7 term means who is the middle term? Fourth term. That means fourth term is 3. Then total how many terms are there? 7 terms. So answer is 3 raised to 7. Looking at that, option B is your answer. Now, the final topic from GP, that is sum of infinite terms of a GP. When we have infinite terms, for example, it is only applicable when R is less than 1. What was the sum of n terms of a GP? A into 1 minus R raised to n, the entire thing divided by 1 minus R. People, R value will be less than 1 means it will be a decimal value, right? 0 point something. Take your calculator, put, type, what do you want to type? 0.3 you type. Now you click into, click equal to. How much you got? 0.09. Again equal to. Equal. Goes on forever. That means n is going towards infinity. At the end of the day, you are going to get what? 0. That means when there are infinite terms, this R raised to n will disappear. The formula will be what? A by 1 minus R. That's how this formula is coming into the picture. Now, S infinity is not defined when R is greater than 1. If R is greater than 1, we will not be able to use this. So they will not ask question like that. Don't worry about that. Now, sum of infinite terms of a GP, 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 9, 1 by 27, etc. is equal to how much is the question? People, what is the first term? A is equal to 1. What is the common ratio? Second term divided by first term is equal to how much? 1 by 3. Now, how will you find S infinity? S infinity is equal to A divided by 1 minus R. That is nothing but 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3. Use calculator, get me the answer. Or you take LCM also, both are fine. If you take LCM, how much you are getting? 3 is coming numerator, 3 minus 1, which is equal to 1.5. Or you are using calculator, you will get the same answer. Okay. Yes, 1.49999999 something you will get, approximately equal to 1.5. Yes. Get me the answer for this. Sum of the following series. Very interesting question, right? 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, etc. goes on forever till infinity. You might think that, oh, so it is 0 only, right? One is coming, another one is cancelling it off. Infinity, R is how much? R is 1 or minus 1. Second term divided by first term is how much? The minus 1. First term is how much? 1. Then S infinity is equal to what? The? Is it less than 1? My question is, R is less than 1, right? Yes, minus 1 is the negative value. Yes, that means it is less than 1. That means S infinity is equal to A divided by 1 minus R, which is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus of minus 1, which is equal to 1 by 2. Option C is the answer. Okay. Yes, the any doubt? R minus 2. That is which subject? Which chapter? AP. This is GP. Ratio. Minus 1 divided by 1. Minus 1. Okay. Yes. Look at this. 3 numbers are in GP with their sum 130 and product 27,000. People option hit and tell me what is the answer. Sum is 130. That means 10 plus 30 plus 90 is how much? 130. 90 plus 30 plus 10 is how much? That is also 130. Then product of 10 into 30 into 90 is how much? 27,000. 90 into 30 into 10 is how much? That is also 27,000. So option C is your answer. Both A and B. Now, the sum and product of 3 numbers in a GP is 7 and 8 respectively. Then the fourth term is how much is the question. People, whenever they are telling this product, the term product, we will assume let the numbers are in numbers in GP are AR, or I can write it as A by R, A, AR. Is this correct? Is this correct? A by R, A, AR. That means common ratio is how much? R only, right? If I multiply first term with R, I am getting A. Second term with R, I am getting AR. That means they are in what? GP itself. Now you tell me, product is how much? The product is 8. That means A by R into A into AR is equal to how much? The R and R got cancelled, which is equal to A cube is equal to 8. A cube is equal to how much? 8. That means A is equal to how much? 2. We have the first term, that is 2. Now we need to find the fourth term. How are you going to find? There is another method. I'll tell that method also after this. If you know A, can you find the sum? The sum is how much? The sum of the terms A by R plus A plus AR is equal to how much? 7. From that, can you find the value of R? Instead of A, you will put 2. 2 by R plus 2 plus 2R is equal to 7. Then solve for the value. At the end of the day, you will get the value of R. And after you get the value of R, take AR square, you will get the fourth term. That is one method. No, here it will be first term is how much? Da? We assumed it as A by R. Second term is how much? A. Third term is AR. Fourth term will be again into R. It will be AR square here, because our assumption is A by R. We are not starting with A. We are starting with A by R. Okay. Now, that is one method. Another method is what? We can assume one of the option is the fourth term. We'll assume what? One of the option is the fourth term. And accordingly, we will try to check. See, if let me assume 6 is the fourth term. Let me assume 6, or should I assume 16? I'll go with higher number. Let 16 be the fourth term. That means we already found the first term is how much? 2. Correct? First term is Sorry, a value is how much? 2. So the previous value should be how much? Usually, what will become 2 da? Usually, 1 multiplied with 2 will become 1 multiplied with 2 will become what da? 2. Next term will be what? 2 into 2 will become what da? 4. Now you check. 1 plus 2 plus 4 is how much? 7. 1 into 2 into 4 is how much? 8. That means our assumption is correct. Did anyone understand that? No, fine. Now some people didn't understand, I know. Some people understood, that's also fine. Now here, I am assuming our fourth term is 16. Okay, I am randomly assuming our fourth term is what the 16. Sorry, our fourth term I am assuming it as 16 is not the answer. We didn't go and check the answer. 1, 2, 4. Okay. If I multiply this term again with 2, it will become how much the? 8. That means 8 is our answer. So first what we did? We assume A by R, A and AR are the terms of the GP. From that we found the value of A. Okay, we found the value of A. Since A is equal to 2, we took the previous number. We are randomly assuming previous number is what the? 1. If 1 is the first term, 2 is the second term. Then third term should be what? A common ratio is 2. Again multiply, it will become what? 4. Now we need to cross check. 1 plus 2 plus 4 is how much? 7. 1 into 2 into 4 is how much? 8. That means our assumption is correct. Now we need to check which is the next number. 4 into 2 is how much? 8. Option C is the answer. This way you can do this. Okay. Or else you will do what? You will again find the value of R. You will substitute here. Then you will find the fourth term. Can you solve this? Up for you. Please solve it. Did you get the answer? Yeah, sir, it is not in GP. 1 by 2, then 1 by 3 square, then 1 by 3 cube. So, people, it is an infinite series. So, I can write it separately. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 cube plus 1 by 2 raised to 5 plus etc. 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 plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 3 raised to 4 plus 1 by 3 raised to 6 plus etc. 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 I can write it like that, right? So there are two infinite series. This is having A is equal to 1 by 2. Common difference is how much? Common ratio is how much? The 1 by 2 square. Here the first term is equal to 1 by 3 square and the common ratio is how much? The 1 by 3 square. How did you get 1 by 3 square? 1 by 3 raised to 4 divided by 1 by 3 square will be 1 by 3 square. People, which formula? S infinity. S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R plus A by, we need to add both, A by 1 minus R. Instead of A put 1 by 2, instead of R put 1 by 2 square, then instead of A here you put 1 by 3 square, here you put 1 by 3 square. At the end of the day you will get the answer. How much is the answer you are getting? Try. Are you guys doing? Please do. Yes. This is the last question. After that we have few more. Yes. Yeah. Yes. 19 by 24. Everyone got 19 by 24? Huh? So, should I check? I'll check. Here it will be what? Instead of A, the first term instead of A, we are going to put 1 by 2. I am writing 0.5 divided by 1 minus 0.5 square plus A is how much? The 1 by 3 square. I am writing it as 1 by 9 divided by 1 minus 1 by 9. When you use calculator and then you click M plus and click MRC, you will get a value and cross check with the options. Which option is giving you the answer? 19 by 24? Yes. People, are you using calculator? Please use. If you are not using, how many of you don't have calculator? Please. Anyone came like that? Everyone take your calculator, show it to me. Even though I trust you, I am just asking you, okay? Yes. Now we need to find the sum of infinite terms with combination of AP and GP. Questions will be looking like this. Have a look at it, people. Don't talk, don't talk. Here, 1 plus 4 by 5 plus 7 by 5 square plus 10 by 5 cube plus etc. up to infinity. People, if you randomly look, you will be like, it is not in AP, it is not in GP. But look at the numerators, da. Numerators are like 1 is becoming 4 plus 3. 4 is becoming 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. That means common difference is how much, da? Plus 3. Then common ratio is how much? That is, everything is getting divided by 5. That means common ratio is 1 by 5. Common ratio is how much, da? 1 by 5. First term is what? 1. Now we have a formula for combining that. That is nothing but S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. That is part of whatever formula we have learned. Plus dr. D means what? The common difference. R is what? Common ratio. Divided by 1 minus R the whole square. Substitute over there. Which is equal to S infinity is equal to A is how much? 1 divided by 1 minus R. 1 by 5 is equal to how much? 0.2. That means 1 minus 0.2 plus D is how much? D is equal to 3 into 0.2 divided by 1 minus 0.2 the whole square. Use calculator. Try to get me the answer, people. Formula. What is the formula? S infinity is equal to A divided by 1 minus R plus D into R divided by 1 minus R the whole square. Yes. In decimals, how much you got, the? 2.187. Looking at that only, this is not possible, this is not possible, this is not possible. Only one option is possible. That is option C is your answer. How to find the R value? We will only check how much is it getting divided with. How much is it getting divided with? The 5. That means every term is getting divided with 5 means common ratio is 1 by 5. That's how you get R value. Yes. Next one. What is an arithmetic mean, da? Arithmetic mean. Average of, yes. So basically, if you ask me, if 3 terms are in AP, okay, if 3 terms are in AP, the middle term is the average of other 2 terms. Did we study this in chapter 14? I told you that when the numbers are consecutive, the average is what? The average is what? Average of the extremes. Similarly, here the middle term will also be what? The average of the extreme. So B is equal to A plus C divided by 2. Then if terms are in GP, if A comma B comma C are in GP, B is equal to root of, the middle term will be equal to what? The root of AC. Have we studied this also? Yes. Then coming to HP, we have studied this also. B is equal to 2AC divided by A plus C. Now, if X, Y, Z are in GP, the terms X square plus Y square, XY plus YZ plus Y square plus Z square are in dash. What is the easiest method? Assume. I told you in the beginning, I started with that. Assume X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 2. Then Z is equal to what? 4. Why? Because they are in GP. Common ratio is how much? 2. Now we will check. X square plus Y square is how much? 1 square plus 2 square. Then XY plus YZ is how much? XY. That is 1 into 2 plus YZ is how much? 2 into 4. comma, then y square plus z square, that is 2 square plus 4 square. 1 square plus 2 square is how much? 5, comma, 2 plus, this is how much da? 2 plus 8 is how much? 10. Then 2 square plus 4 square is how much da? 20. You tell me, it is in what? AP, GP or HP? GP, because common ratio is how much? Into 2. Everything is getting multiplied with 2, so it is in GP. Okay, understood. So whenever you get a question like this, try to make assumptions. Assumptions will give you the marks faster. Otherwise, you will start doing a lot of things and you will get confused. Don't do that. Now, if geometric mean of A, B, C, D is 3, then GM of 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C, 1 by D. This one you can do with your knowledge in which chapter? Which chapter you studied? Chapter 14. Yes. Final sum or sum of the equations you should know. Sum of n terms of a natural number. What is the formula? N into n plus 1 divided by 2. Sum of the squares of the first n terms of a natural number. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Then sum of the cube is very easy, because if you know the sum of first n terms, you just square it, you will get the sum of the cubes. That is n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Then this one is not much important. That is not for you. Why are we studying this? Because we need to solve a question which was asked in the previous year. The question is this much. Geometric mean of P, P square, P cube, etc., etc., etc. raised to Pn will be what? What do you mean by geometric mean, people? Geometric mean is nothing but GM is equal to P into, hey, we can't say that root of. If 2 terms are there, we can put root. 3 terms are there, what you will do? Raised to 1 by 3. 4 terms are there, raised to 1 by 4. Similarly, here n terms are there. So P into P square into P cube into P raised to 4 into etc., etc., etc. The entire thing raised to 1 by n. Now, P into P square into P cube into P raised to 4. How can I write it as P raised to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc., etc. up to n? The entire thing raised to n. Sorry, entire thing raised to 1 by n. People, what is the sum of n natural numbers? P raised to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. The entire thing raised to what? 1 by n. That means P raised to A raised to B, sorry, A raised to m, the whole raised to n is how much? A raised to m into n. Similarly, P raised to n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 1 by n. N cancel. What is the answer? P raised to n plus 1 divided by 2. Which option is the right answer? None of these. Okay. Now the problem is you will never go for none of these. Yes. That's the problem. Yes. Especially for these type of questions. Yes. Now, some special series which was asked in the previous year. I think it was asked in May attempt. Similar question. People, sum of n terms of a series is given. No, we need to find. The series is given. 2 plus 22 plus 222 plus etc., etc., etc. People, what is sum of 2 terms of this series? Yes, 2 is how much? 2 plus 22, which is equal to how much? 24. Now, option hit and check. Option hit, put n is equal to 2 and whichever option is giving you 24, that's your answer. Okay, check. One by one you can check. Try option A, and that means 2 by 81 into 10 raised to, how much? 10 raised to 2 plus 1 is how much? 3. Minus 10 minus 2 by 9 into what? N is how much? N is 2. Get me the answer. 10 cube minus 10 is how much? That is 990. 990 into 2 divided by 81. Get me the answer, please. Use M plus MRC and all if required. Wherever is required, use it. Yes. So 990 into 2 divided by what? 81. Then click what? M plus. Then 2 into 2 divided by what? 9. Click M minus. Then click MRC. How much are you getting? 24. That means option A is your answer. Got the logic? Artha aita? So this is somehow a similar question we discussed as the first question. Do you remember? We were finding the nth term there. Here we are finding what? The sum of n terms we are finding. So that's all your chapter. What the AP, GP, and if you want some HP, add that also. Okay. Now, one second.